think Canva is down because I went on there and I thought it was my phone, and then I went online and it wasn't working. So I wish I had my old, I can't remember what I used to use many years ago when I first started this stuff. I can't remember. But anyways, I'm waiting for a few people to get in chat. It's getting late. I'm tired. I didn't get a stitch of work done today. I had a whole laundry list of stuff to do, and I thought I was doing it. And then I every time I got something else would distract me, suck a bit, but you know, it is what it is. I'll get through it. But anyways, I'll wait for a few more people to get into chat. I know you guys are just getting notified. I kind of just dropped this and just came right on in here. So I was going to be on here like an hour ago, but again, I had problems with Canva. I think Canva either got hacked or went down or something. Something happened to Canva. Like, it's not working, and it's not my internet. Oh, that reminds me. I need to hold on, guys. I got to change. Sorry about that. I had you guys on my Wi-Fi because I thought it was my internet. You know, I thought my internet was failing. Like, I was freaking out around here. Like, everything looks good. But Canva wasn't working, and so I came on here, and I'm like, well, YouTube's working, so it's got to be Canva, you know? Hi, EMT. Let me get my stuff set up here. My head is like, it feels like it's about to explode. I don't know if you guys heard. We've got an interview. I've been able to coordinate a time with Seth and his spokesperson, Tony Mathis. And we were going to try to do this on Monday, but Monday was just too hectic. I couldn't get the show planned out. It was just too short notice. You know, I was trying to push it, but anyways, it ended up working out where we can all get together and meet on a Thursday. It's going to be Thursday Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Time. And we're going to just sit there and make the star of the show, Sebastian Rogers, which it should be. We're going to be kind of discussing a lot about Sebastian, a lot about the relationship between Sebastian and his dad, you know, endearing moments and memories. Hey, B. Betty. And, oh, I forgot to tell you, I got my third sprout. I got three. I'm growing and playing it. Okay, let me get back to this. So, anyways, we're going to be talking about, you know, that the special bond, you know, some stuff, you know, it's just going to be really about Sebastian. Of course, we're going to be, you know, prying a little bit, not too much, because, you know, I know that there needs to be an integrity of the investigation. But, you know, naturally, I'm nosy, right? So I'm going to pry a little bit, okay? It's not going to be all pink bows and butterflies, right? So we don't know what's up. Bullhorn Betty's sleeve, right? So anyways, I think it'll be really good. And, you know, I really want it to be Sebastian focused, you know? Like, I feel like Sebastian, with everything that's been going on here, has just been drowned out, and it breaks my heart because he deserved so much better, and he definitely deserves better from all of us, you know? We should be, like, I don't know. I'm just kind of heartbroken at how everything turned out with this. Like, it all seemed like it was going to go really, really well. Like, we were going to be so impactful, and it's like, you know, every time you get people in, and everything's going well, you've always got those people that just, it's not me. Good Lord, can't let it be about a 15-year-old boy, you know? It's just sad. But anyways, I've got a list of questions already. I'm already working, and I've been working with my mods on, you know, thoughtful questions. So hopefully we'll get the majority of those answered. You know, there might be a few questions he can't answer. But, you know, for the most part, I think it's going to be really good. I think it really will be good. So much Betty today. Yay. I know. But you know, what's crazy is I've been kind of working my butt off. I can't believe Chris reached out to me. I don't believe that, because somebody started sending me emails too, trying to send, you know, like, whatever idiot's sending me stuff about the law. I don't know if you watch my show or not. Like, I went to school for the law. You don't have to send me statutes. I know what I'm allowed to do and what I'm not allowed to do. Clearly. So, pump the brakes, sister, mister. Don't know who you are, but you don't need to worry about Bullhorn Betty. Okay? Okay, Cupcake? Just thought I'd let you know. Don't worry about me. You worry about yourself. Where are we, you know? We've been going over a lot of different things on our other channel on Bullhorn Betty Crime Stories because I've been kind of trying to keep this open to like information for Sebastian. And on the other channel, we're kind of doing more dissection, if that makes sense. Like we're taking our time to go through some interviews and stuff like that that I really don't want on the main channel, like clogging the main, because I put enough out here anyways. So kind of those deeper discussions on those specific topic items, I'm actually having on the Crime Stories side, the Crime Stories channel side. So if you guys are not a member or a subscriber over there, please consider going over there. Like you know, and you guys have been seeing it, I've been kind of mixing some of these channels up, doing a little bit of different things. I'm utilizing TikTok more. We have 2 channels on TikTok. We've got 2 channels here on YouTube, and we're just trying to keep information out there. And I'm trying to define the channels, if that makes sense, you know, so they're not the same. They are going to be similar, you know, they're going to be crime. We're going to be discussing crime. But I think one's going to be diving more in depth on certain topics, because there's still going to be some certain topics that I'm going to want to dive in depth through on the main channel. But for the most part, like these interviews for Sebastian, they're so long and there's so many of them. It's just going to clog this entire channel up with a bunch of interviews, and people aren't going to be able to get to the meat and potatoes of the subject matter. So I'm leaving the subject matter items here, and we're diving into a little more stuff like the interviews over there. So if that's something you're interested in, we did find who all from here. I mean, we only have 87 people in the chat right now, but who all here from this side? Hey, Cheeky Chops, nice to see you, love. Who on this side has watched the interview from Duchess? Not necessarily our commentary. You know, if you didn't watch my show on the other channel, that's perfectly fine. But did you guys watch the actual Duchess interview from March 3rd? Hey, Barbosa. I don't know why I didn't see it. Did I say hi to you, me too? I don't think I said hi to anybody. I'm so rude. Good Lord, I'm rude. Rude. Well, good evening, EMT, our beautiful B, Betty fan. The real me too is up in the house. Sluislation. Ooh, I like that. Sluislation. Sluislation. I like that. It's got a little ring to it. Barbosa's up in the house. It's nice to see you, love. Psychic. Nice to see you. Cheeky Chops. I already said hi to Barbosa. Michelle, it's nice to see you. Good evening. Army, it's nice to see you too. Yes, how rude. Hey! Hey, hey, hey. Quit telling me I'm rude. I'm allowed to say I'm rude, but you're not allowed to say I'm rude. Just like I'm allowed to say, like, I don't like my sister, but you say you don't like my sister. Me and you are going to have problems, okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know how I missed it before. Yeah, I don't, you know, it was that, whoever made that list of interviews, it was good. I wish they would have put it in order, or at least had a way to hit a button so that it goes in order and date, because they got them all in there, but they're all out of date. And I'd like to see the dates and almost just go down in a chronological order. And I think we really need to do that. So I might just go ahead and download it on a regular Excel spreadsheet, because I don't know Google Sheets very well. I know Microsoft. But I'm sure they probably function the same way. But I tried to put them in date order, and it didn't work. So I'm going to download it into my Excel, my Excel, and then I'm going to put it in date order. And I really think that we should just literally go through each of those and just watch them. Just watch how the story progresses. why would you put that in a, that's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. Real ladies don't engage in that garbage. KP sounded a lot different in that interview, but I'm with you. She wasn't on camera. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't, this whole thing, parents not getting on camera when their kid, nobody thinks about shit like that. Just like nobody goes outside their door, sees a camera crew, says, oh, by the way, I got a missing kid, but hey, don't film my house. Just watch the cops down there, okay? Okay, honey? Like, who does that? This man Chris is out of his effing mind. I mean, he literally, there is something wrong with that man. Who thinks like that? I mean, no offense if somebody in my chat actually thinks like that. Chris, quit watching. All right? People think you're creep now. Yeah, how crazy is that? CP. You know what's so funny is I know he watches me. He's like, oh yeah, you know, I just came across. He was on Queen's channel talking about me, okay? You're watching me. You're watching me. Okay? So this idea, like you didn't know that somebody was in this chat, takes you like 24 hours to finally come clean and say, oh, I wasn't in your thing, da da da. You know damn well they had already been blowing up your shit the minute I started posting all that stuff yesterday. So you had 24 hours, and it took you 24 hours to reach out to me? I'm just saying, you didn't want me making money off your stepson, but you let me get 3 videos out before you reached out to me. And I got a 4th video because you reached out to me. Chris, you don't know how to do this thing right. I'm just saying. Just saying. I might have a pointy tail out the side of my head, but I'd be on camera begging for my child. Exactly. No, nobody's thinking of don't point at my. See, that right there tells me guilt right there. For you not to want your house when you have a missing kid, that tells me you're trying to hide something from somebody. And it tells me, you know, that they feel like if people knew or this got out, it would somehow make their appearance worse than it was. I mean, that's what that behavior is implying for me. You know, when you're breaking the behavior down, why is he doing that? Why would he not want cameras focusing on his house? It's not a privacy concern. It's a people knowing concern. That's what concerns me. Why do you have a problem with people knowing your child has disappeared? I mean, the name of the game is for everybody to know your child disappeared because you need all hands on deck looking for that child. I believe he is spying on me. We got a psychic. Are you really a psychic? Because if you are, is he spying on me? I don't know if it works like that. I don't know about psychics. I don't know if it works like that. Can you just like... Chris, Katie, Dawn, and Candace will be besties. Well, you know, that's the one thing I've noticed is that it seems like Chris, you know, started with Don Wells' playbook. I mean, even going to the shit channels and staying on channel, acting like a complete buffoon. Like, there's a big difference between Don Wells and Chris Proudfoot. You know, Don Wells is a drug addict that robbed people, beat people, wrote bad checks, stole cars, you know, just a real dirtball, been like that for 30-something years. And you got Chris Proudfoot, a Navy guy, you know, went to school, tower crane operator, lives in a $600,000 house, might have a slight temper problem, might have a slight drinking problem, but for the most part, is an okay guy. But he's not. And he's taking a playbook of Don Wells? I guess to each their own. I guess Don's been out of jail this long. Might as well. I'm just saying. I don't know if the man's brilliant or the cops are just stupid. I haven't figured it out yet. No offense, cops. I'm not trying to be mean. Miss Lee Mama 3 is probably ready to club me over the head with a freaking cast iron. We still back the blue over here, baby. Don't worry. When a parent has lack of urgency, yeah, that is it, Barbosa. The urgency, the lack of urgency. You hit the nail on the head with that word. I mean, we all see she's not really emotional. And if you listen to that interview with Duchess really well, she turned on the emotions when she wanted to. She turned them off when she forgot she needed to have them on. I heard that clear as day when I was listening to that, especially closer to the end with the Q&A, because some answers they would just answer, and the other it's like it was horrible faking. They were trying to hide their face on that very first interview. They were trying to hide their face, and you know what? Katie wasn't able to hide her face on the second two interviews. You know why? Because typically, camera people, news people, they don't do that. They will. I shouldn't say it like that. They will. Like, we've been taught to either video the shoes or video the hands, right? And like even Letitia Stout, like I never even thought to even put the video camera behind them, and it's always been the feet or the hands. So that was new. I learned something new. And next time I have a disgruntled person that doesn't want to be on camera, I'm gonna put that camera right behind them, right? Might as well see their back body language. See how much hot air comes out. Oh, what does it say, Vermont girl? Hold on. My boss couldn't find her special needs son one day. Instantly, she came out of her house screaming, crying. He was found laughing in a different room. Oh. That's exactly it. And I know some people aren't spaz parents and some people aren't hover parents. But when you have a disabled or autistic child, it's like the sensory of that mother is heightened. They become a little more, not that the moms aren't sweet and nice people, they just become a little more aggressive, especially if they notice, because everybody notices the eyes, when when the eyes are because there's been times that I just seen somebody, and God forgive me, it wasn't something that I was intentionally trying to do, but there was a person there, and his face was deformed. I mean, that's all there is to it. His face was deformed, and it caught my attention, and I wasn't staring at, to be mean, because I didn't know the person, and I could care less what they look like. I don't ever look at somebody's look, unless they're my boyfriend or, significant, those things matter, but I don't judge somebody else, having standards for myself is something different, but I don't judge somebody else, but it caught me off guard, and I noticed myself staring at the person, but it wasn't like I was staring at him because I thought he was deformed or ugly or anything like that. I was actually staring at him because I was curious as what happened to him. I'm a curious person, so I analyze everything. So in all fairness, I really was trying to figure out what could have happened to him. And I caught myself staring at him, and I felt so bad because I didn't realize I was doing it. I was just, thinking, and I didn't even know. And how uncomfortable I must have made that person feel. And I really wasn't trying to make him feel uncomfortable. I was literally just doing what I do here every day, just trying to guess what happened. No nefarious stuff. And of course, this is a grown man. He didn't have his mom or anything like that. But I've seen, but when somebody's staring at you. And I feel like people know if you're staring at them because you think it's weird, or you're staring at them in curiosity. But you never know. Did he think I was just trying to figure it out, or did he think I was, I thought he was like really messed up and stuff, which I didn't, So I don't know. But I noticed the mommies are a little more, when they feel like they get the vibe, when they feel like somebody's looking at their child in a derogatory way, you can feel the mother bear come out, bring the little cub a little closer or something, or, give the stink, pull the boy a little closer while giving the stink eye. You know what I'm talking about, you moms. The stink eye. This is my son. You better back the you-know-what up. Right? In my opinion, Chris was going to make Sebastian leave the house, not him. Yeah. No, that I think that decision was already made. I think that decision was already made. This is the thing, though. Like, I keep wondering, we know Chris is controlling. We know he feels like being the man of the house is telling everybody what to do. Like, whatever reason, that was instilled to him in a very young age, that in order to be a man of the house, you have to be the ruler of the roost. I totally disagree with that. Trying to craft my words properly here, because he is so controlling. But when it comes to it, I feel like Katie can handle her own. And while he is the ruler of the roost, I feel if anybody could deal with Chris's BS, it would be Katie. I really believe that. Real mother bear protects her babies no matter how old they are. I know my mom's the same way. I'm 44 years old and she still drives like a granny, and I say, Ma, you can put, I got precious cargo. I've been hearing the precious cargo thing for literally 44 years. I don't even remember for the first 2 years, okay? But every time that woman gets behind the wheel and I'm like, Ma, I got precious cargo. Do, 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 do. Nothing's making Mama hit that do, 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 do. She might forget the blinker and might crash into the car next to us, but that's okay. She's doing the speed limit. I'm joking, Mom. We know that was me. Thank you. Yes, Robin 407, 16-year-old autistic boy Peyton Picard that went missing last night when he wandered off from his Bushnell, Florida home, and he has been found by L.E. and was in neck deep woods and dehydrated, but okay. Oh, that's wonderful. Guidance was really pushing. So I think Guidance is in the chat. Guidance, your boy has been found. They were going to do some search parties yesterday. She was putting that in our mod squads and stuff like that to get the information out about the boy in Bushnell. So I'm very, very happy. Thank you, Robin, for sharing that with us. But Peyton has been found. He's been found safe. He was autistic. If I'm not mistaken, he's nonverbal. So, and they were able to find him. He was neck deep in water. I read that as woods. Shoot. He went in the water. I wonder why. I wonder if the mosquitoes were getting him. Bushnell is like, they have a lot of farmland, it's rural. And I gotta think, I bet you he got in the water because he was getting eaten up. I bet you anything he got in that water because he was getting eaten up. I'm glad he's okay. That's good to hear. Yeah, he was nonverbal. Gotcha. All right, guys, well, I didn't want to stay too long on here. I did want to kind of advertise. As you guys know, we are going to be having an interview with Seth Rogers, as well as his spokesman, Tony Mathis, about Sebastian, about their unique relationship together, about, some history of Sebastian, what he likes, what he doesn't like, just stuff to remember who Sebastian is as a person, along with some, maybe enduring stories of the relationship that Seth had with his son. Some of the challenges about raising a son with autism and the other medical conditions that Sebastian has. And of course, we are going to pry just a little bit. A Bullhorn Betty does pry, right? We do pry. So you're going to want to stay. You're going to want to come and you're going to want to stay, because you never know what I'm going to say, right? And we never know what we're going to ask, and you never know. I mean, come on, we're going to have Seth here. Never know what's going to fall out of that mouth, right? let's get on here. Let's talk about Sebastian. Let's bring this case back to Sebastian Rogers. Let's reduce the noise and get back to the facts of the case. And we'll do that on Thursday evening with Seth Rogers here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. I want to make sure he's welcomed with the biggest welcome that the coffee club has to offer Seth. He's been through an awful lot, and we want to make sure that he has a place to speak and tell you guys about your son, about his son, and also what you guys can do to help. Everybody's been wanting to know what they can do to help. We will be discussing all that Thursday evening. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be an exclusive with Seth and his spokesman, Tony Mathis. I'm really, really excited, and I've really been working hard to make sure that we craft the right questions for this interview to make it the best it can possibly be. So I hope you guys all come back here to support the Bullhorn Betty channel as we dive a little into the case of Sebastian Rogers. And don't forget, we will all day tomorrow be running as much information about his case that we find and we can talk about as we promote Sebastian. Sebastian needs to be promoted. He does not need to be left behind. We have a lot of problems in Tennessee. This one I really still feel we can bring home. I still feel that there are some nuances that we're not looking at that we need to try to find, because that's what matters, and that's how we're going to bring this boy home. So God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you tomorrow, rocking it out with our coffee beans out. God bless.